All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, get in here. It's time to get into some things. Or better yet, should I say it's time to the club up. The club up. Up. Okay? Can you twerk? Can you squirt? Can you twerk? Can you squirt? Okay? The Sleaze Mix is here. Still no video. But okay, we'll take it. Now, here's the thing. So we've got FTCU featuring Travis Scott, Chris Brown, Sexy Red, and of course, obviously, Nicki Minaj. Now, when you hear this lineup, you're like, oh my God. Travis Scott, one of my favorite artists. I love Travis Scott. Love Sexy, and I love Chris Brown. You know, Chris Brown does no wrong to me, and obviously we love the queen, Nicki Minaj. So when I heard this, I was really excited for this record to come out. Now, once I heard the lineup, I knew for sure at that point there was probably no time for no video. Like, you got Travis Scott, that's a huge artist. Nicki's on tour. Chris Brown, to try to get all of them at the same time in one room while she's on a world tour. I just was like, okay, this is not going to be one of those where we have a video, you know, right away. Unless they do a surprise and drop it on us, I don't see a video. But nonetheless, we got two guys and two girls on the record. I'm glad that she didn't do an all-female kind of thing, like with four girls like she did before. Nicki Minaj is mixing it up, you know, and I'll be honest with you. So when I got the record, I listened to the record when it first came out. It came out in the group chat. And I listened to it in our little group chat. They send me the record and I listened to it. I listened on my phone. I didn't respond back in the group chat because I was like, okay, let me see. I didn't feel it. Then I listened, you know, at the gym this morning. I was like, okay, I feel a little bit better, but I still don't feel it. Then I was listening in my car. I'm like, okay, I hear it. And I started gathering, like, okay, how I feel about the record. Then I listened to it in the studio here, really loud, and gathering, you know, what I feel about it. And then I seen some TikToks and some Twitters made, some, you know, mashups made to me twerking to this. Shout out to the bars for that. And it made me appreciate it a little bit more. However, my overall analysis of this record, if we're being honest, this record is mid to okay at best. It's not all that, guys. Not with heavy hitters like Nicki Minaj, Travis Scott, Chris Brown, and Sexy Red. That's way too many people on this record for it to just feel kind of like, well, when you do a record like this, when you have these components, when you have this kind of remix, when the record is this great already out the gate, you want to feel like this is the collaboration you didn't know that you needed. FTCU would have been fine without this. This record did not need all of these people on it just for it to be okay. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though you could play this one in the club or you can play the other one in the club. It is what it is. Now let's break down, you know, the pieces of the puzzle. Because at first I felt like you didn't need Travis Scott's whole verse. Nicki Minaj, just second verse, high heels on my tippies. To leave that in there was perfect. You know, a lot of people was thinking that she's going to do a completely different verse. I don't think she needed to do a completely different verse because that second verse is what makes the song so great. So that verse was a staple, right? So you leave that in there because that verse still, to me, arguably is the hardest verse. Had you not ever heard that before, that would have been the hardest verse on the record, period. So she stuck in with that one. Then you have Travis Scott. It does a beat change, and he does, you know, traditional Travis Scott. Now, I love the breakdown. Can you twerk? Can you squirt? That was everything, and I'm going to get into that in a second. After that, you got Chris Brown. I love Breezy. Breezy he likes to show that he can rap, but Breezy's not really a rapper, but I guess he's a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, I love Chris Brown, so I'm gonna give him he's a rapper. He did his big one on there. I didn't really need him on there. There was nothing really exciting about the bar. Now, when he went into his his fast rapping, that was cool. I like that. And I was like, all right, shout out to you, Breezy. Okay, let these niggas know you can flow. But did I need you on this record? No. Did he do a good job? Yeah. Was it a trash flow? No. Was it a trash verse? No. Was it necessary? No. Sexy Red, outstanding. I love Sexy Red. And not only did I love Sexy Red, I loved when Nicki Minaj came in, because if you know Nicki knows that her fans want a second verse or a new verse from her. So Nicki knew she had to come back in the song. So she needed to find a place where to come back in, because Nicki is known for changing the verse or adding something to one of her remix songs. So I was glad that Nicki came back and gave us the SEX to Y, whatever she gave us. I love that, and it was kind of like a pitter patter, like back and forth with Sexy Red, which worked perfectly. Okay, I loved that. And I actually liked the DJ mix out at the end. I love the scratch mix out at the end. That was a vibe. I think that, that sets the tone. Like, this is a record that you really get back into your DJ bag. You really scratch and you really DJ. You don't just let this play and jump to the next record. Now, I'll say this. In my opinion, this record should have been Nicki Minaj and Sexy Red. Nicki Minaj, first verse. Sexy Red, second verse. Then you go into a bridge of Travis Scott. Can you twerk? Can you squirt? Can you twerk? Can you squirt? Can you twerk? Can you squirt? Scrap all the other stuff he had. We just need, can you twerk? Can you squirt? Can you twerk? Can you squirt? Scratch Chris Brown. Then do a back and forth for the third verse. If we're going to do a third verse, do a back and forth with Sexy Red and Nicki Minaj playing off of each other. Then you end it. To me, that would have been crazy. You got Sexy Red, Nicki Minaj. You throw in that Travis Scott, can you twerk, can you squirt as a bridge somewhere. Because when you go to the club, you want them to kick it off with that. Can you twerk? Can you squirt? Can you twerk? Can you squirt? High heels or F the club up, other club up. I don't know. But that can you twerk, can you squirt needed to be in there somewhere. Because you want the DJs to get to the point where it's like, okay, these are the key parts of the song. Now, these are the moments where it's going to get the girls hype. This is where everybody's going to be throwing ass. This is the song, And that part was a very good part. And I think that Sexy Red's energy on the record is always fire on the record. But Nicki Minaj does such a great job collaborating with women when she does the back and forth kind of thing. Nicki obviously is going to body everything that she's on. And so I think that they could have actually saved it, condensed it a little bit, gave Travis a little bit more behind the scenes vocal, cut Chris Brown, and just left it Nicki and Sexy with a dash of Travis. That would have been one chef's kiss for me. Because I think that Travis has got too long. I didn't get excited about that until, to that main part. And then Chris Brown, I love Breezy, so I'm like, all right, go ahead, flex on a Breezy. But at the end of the day, you didn't need that verse. It wasn't nothing exciting about that verse. Sexy and Nicki were the moment. And that's just what it is. I personally, if I have to rate this song out of 10, it's a 6.5. 6.5, 7. 7 at best. It's mid to okay. It's not trash. And honestly, the Can You Twerk, Can You Squirt saves the record, along with Sexy Red and Nicki Minaj's back and forth towards the end. So 6.5, 7. That's what I'll give it. Yeah. The record is okay, guys. It's nothing exciting about it. It's nothing too great. It's okay. And yeah, we could have had the remix or we couldn't have, and I just feel like with these stars, it could have been better because you got some big names on here, and I thought it would have just hit a little bit harder. I don't know. To me, there's an ingredient in this record that's not mixed well, or it's missing. Not sure what it is, but I was excited for it, and it just falls a little flat. I think it might be too much going on, but not enough going on, or it's too long and it's not condensed down to the key moments. So, yeah, this Nicki usually gags me. This wasn't a gag for me. This wasn't a gag for me, guys. And I love Nicki. I love everybody on this record, but this just wasn't that great. It's no shade. It's no shade. It was okay to me. Mid to okay. And that's all I can say about it. So let me know what you guys think about the record. Did you guys love the record? Am I reaching? Do you feel like every component of this record was perfectly placed? I'd be interested to know what you guys think in the comments below, okay? Let me know what you guys think. And until next time, keep that same energy, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.